Music in American South has never been short of tales of defiance, finding a sense of being and stamina. Alabama has been on the front line to influence American music, whether in their gospel choirs or blues rhythms. One of its most vocal ones is its frankness and all-roundness, the voice of Clarence Carter. Clarence Carter was born in 1936 in Montgomery, Alabama, to a family that did not have the means of providing a good life for their children. He was blind since his childhood and grew up being blind in the segregated society. However, instead of restricting him, this experience influenced his association with music. Carter was also taught to feel the world with his ears and attain a voice that would eventually become his career. Similar to most of the Southern artists, Carter began his musical career with gospel. The church not only offered spiritual direction, but also offered a basis in music. Early exposure to gospel music allowed him to gain the depth of his emotions and the power of his voice, which later became a specialty of his style. As Carter advanced in age, his musical orientation grew out of gospel. He started incorporating an aspect of blues and soul, thus making it also personal and relatable. His voice had never been trained to be smooth. It was rough and expressive, giving listeners a sense of the emotions behind each lyrical word. By the 1960s, Carter had been associated with the Alabama recording industry. In spite of the legacy of muscle shoals, this area was also renowned for creating a unique Southern soul, which was authentic and full of emotions. At this recording setting, Carter was able to polish his sound. His breakthrough was by songs such as Slip Away, and this was where he demonstrated his capacity to relate with people. The emotional simplicity and sincerity of the song connected with the audience and helped him to prove his reputation as a strong narrator by music. The difference between Clarence Carter and many of his contemporaries was his ability to blend emotions with humor. Although a lot of soul music was filled with heartbreak and longing, Carter added playful and bold lyrical themes. His succinct creations indicated his readiness to break norms and experiment with various angles of human experience. Carter had his obstacles even though he had achieved success. Being a blind African-American artist in a racially unequal society and the music industry, he had challenges to overcome in both social and musical spheres. But his focus and ability made him go through these difficulties and made a big career. Carter's music is representative of real life, its troubles, its humor, its intricacies. His lyrics are universal and are intergenerational. His skills in incorporating narration with music have made an impact on thousands of artists and led to the development of soul music. Clarence Carter was not merely a singer, but a storyteller whose words touched the hearts and minds of the audience on a very personal level. His music is not the only aspect of his legacy, but also his strength and genuineness. A blind man that contributed to making the world hear well.